Go ahead,
And
Kurt.
apparently I have a hot take about this
Oh
because
boy.
I've seen like everyone on Twitter and everywhere else so passionate about the idea that this is not a comedy. And I don't know what movie I watched because I totally disagree because I thought that shit was hilarious. In fact, the comedy was the only part of it that worked for me. I mean, the hot dog line alone was like one of the funniest lines of the entire year. And then like the lisp and stuff, I don't know if all of it was intentional or if this subject matter should be funny, but that's the way it landed for me. So I thought it was fine. I laughed at it a lot. I thought everything aside from the comedy didn't quite work for me. And I think it's kind of an indictment on the movie that we can't seem to agree on whether or not it's a comedy. So it kind of felt like the movie almost didn't know what it wanted to be. So yeah, it was okay.
So here's what I'll say about May December. I gave it 3.5 stars because the performances, specifically Charles Melton, was phenomenal. I watched it when I was sick, so I was watching a lot of films like within a week. And here's what I'll say about just quick thoughts. I watched the movie. The movie ended. I did not laugh one time. I definitely
not even at the hot dog line.
No.
Oh my God. I was dying at that shit.
I thought it was a melodrama, but again, I'm familiar with his other work. So I, was like, okay,
well,
this is a
Rob, you also didn't think Banshees was funny. So I don't know.
I did not laugh once during the Banshees of Inisherin. I thought that was a drama. I thought it was a dark comedy that you're not supposed to laugh out loud.
Well, no, you're supposed to laugh at dark comedy. It's still comedy.
Well, laugh out loud. Like I might have giggled to myself.
Oh, dude, I thought Banshees was hilarious, but go on.
But so anyways, so the performances were great across the board, but Charles Melton, and I remember putting in Discord, I was like, it's fucking Charles Melton, the guy that, because I didn't know his name yet. And then it just so happened to be, now he's getting all this buzz, this Oscar buzz, and all this blah, blah, blah. I think he's got a Golden Globe nom this coming Sunday. And but I say all this to say, all of a sudden, everybody starts talking about how it's camp. And I'm like, what the fuck are you people smoking? To me, this was a melodrama. It's not a hard drama like the Iron Claw or some of the movies we're going to be talking about here in a minute. But I did not see it as a comedy, and that's why I was so disgusted when it was put under, musical or comedy. Going back to Matt Damon and Ridley Scott's The Martian, that movie, I did laugh out loud a time or two, even though it's definitely a drama. It's not marketed as a comedy. But anyways, okay. So those are my thoughts.
Yeah, I don't think they should make this subject matter a comedy, but that's just the way it landed for me.
And that's totally fine.
I laughed a lot.
Totally.
I don't know.
That's also why I was under the impression that it was not a comedy, was purely because
and that's why the whole thing kind of confuses me and why I didn't like it that much.
Right. So May December, ladies and gentlemen.